Hello guys, today I'm going to do kind of an advice video, I guess. I've actually filmed this before, like sometime last year, but I filmed it like 3 different times and I just did not like the way it turned out, so I'm hoping I can film it right this time. These kind of videos, I kind of just like go with the flow and like don't really have a plan and just like say whatever's on my mind right now at the moment, but so I haven't planned this out. I'm really hoping that I won't miss any points, but let's just get into it. So this will be a video on kind of how to not get scammed by people, and okay, I'll kind of make it like a combined video, like how to trade with people safely and not get scammed, and like just watch out for scammers and be cautious. Let's get into that. If you're trading with someone that you obviously don't know, you might want to do some investigating on them, not in a creepy way, just in a safe way. Definitely check out their profile. If you don't know them, check out their profile. If they have like 0 followers, I would definitely count that as a red flag. It could be a new trading account, but 0 followers is definitely a bit sketchy. If it looks like brand new, they have no posts, no followers, that's definitely a red flag. It's not always a red flag, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. Another thing you want to do is, once you do secure a trade with them, definitely ask them to take a photo of the photo card with their like Instagram @ or Twitter, whatever you're talking to them on, their Instagram or Twitter @ on a piece of paper beside the photo card, so you know for a fact that they actually do have the photo card, because it has happened to a lot of people where they secured a trade and the person never actually had the card. They just used a fake photo that they stole off the internet or something and pretended like they had it, and were like, oh yeah, I sent it out, whatever. So definitely ask them to do that so you know for a fact they actually have the card. Just because they have the card does not mean they won't scam you, so also just keep other things in mind. What you want to do once you exchange addresses and everything, ask them, and I usually do this, I don't always, if I trust the person, or sometimes I'll forget and whatever, but definitely ask them to send photo proof that they had sent it out. It can either be a picture of the envelope that's stamped, so you can see that they had put a stamp on the envelope, so you know that they are actually going to send it out, or it can be a video of them putting it in the mailbox, or it can be a photo of the receipt from the post office if that's what they chose to do, to send it to the post office or bring it to the post office. Those are the proofs I would definitely ask, and if they refuse to give any kind of proof, then I would definitely take that as like a huge red flag, and I would ask them if it's okay that you wait until you receive their card first before you send it out. So yeah, and if they're okay with that, then that's probably a good sign that they just probably forgot or something, or didn't have time, or they were in an area that they were uncomfortable taking a photo or something like that. So that's totally fine, and if they're okay with you waiting for it, that's fine too. So you can do that. So that's like when it comes to trading, but if you're going to buy off of someone, it's a little tricky with this, because obviously most of us send through PayPal. Unless you're like from the same country, then you can like e-transfer through banks, but most of us send through PayPal because it's like the easiest way to like accept money and transfer money. If you're buying something off of someone and they ask you to send through friends and family, it's kind of like a bit fishy, but I do understand if they're like a big seller. If they're like a smaller seller, then it's kind of odd that they ask that, but if they're like a big seller, then I get why they would ask that, because first of all, if you don't know, if you send money through friends and family on PayPal, then you 100% will not be able to get your money back if you do get scammed, because as it says, it's sending through friends and family, and obviously friends and family are people you trust, so there is no need to have to ever file a claim. But if you send through goods and services, PayPal will most likely side with you if you file a claim saying that you never got your goods, and they will always side with the buyer if you send through goods and services. But that will make the person that sold you the goods out on money, and then they owe money. So sometimes it has happened to sellers when they allowed people to buy through them through friends and family, and the buyer actually scammed the seller, pretending that the goods didn't arrive when it actually did, and they just wanted their money back. And now the seller has to pay the money to PayPal because this person filed a claim on them even though it was fake and they really did receive the goods. And also they most likely will side with the buyer, because even if the seller had provided photo proof, a tracking number, and whatever, most likely PayPal will unfortunately always side with the buyer. It's really unfortunate. Some people have had to call PayPal about this, and just it's a huge mess, so I understand. But if you don't know this person, you'd obviously be more comfortable paying through goods and services. If they're a small seller and they refuse to allow you to pay through goods and services, then I definitely would say that's a red flag. Because you're just trying to be cautious, and I know that. I actually one time had this happen to me. I didn't get scammed, but I actually bought photo cards off of a known scammer, and I didn't know this person, so they actually reached out to me and they said to me, hey, I have a couple of cards that you're needing, were you wanting to buy them off of me? And I saw they actually did have cards that I really needed and I really wanted them, so I'm like, yes. And I bought like 2 or 3 from them. It might have been just 2, but so I bought them off of them. And I remember when I was messaging them, they said to me they wouldn't accept goods and services. They said, please send them through friends and family. And the first time I heard that, I was like, I felt kind of like, I just had this bad feeling, but I sent it through friends and family anyways because I had a feeling, because I looked through their profile, they had like proof, they had all of their ats beside their photo cards, and you know when they have a proofs highlight, you feel like they're a legit person. So, and I looked through the description of their posts, and they had like X's on things, like on cards that weren't available, and I had even asked them like, is this card available? And she said, no, sorry, that's sold. So the fact that she refused to sell me a card that had obviously been sold, I would think that they're legit. Like, you know, if they had sold the card, they could have said to me, oh, I still have it, and scammed me, but they didn't. So I thought that they were pretty trustworthy. So, but even though I still had this like gut feeling that something seemed off and wrong, I still sent the money, and even when I sent it, I still had this weird bad feeling, but I was like, okay, whatever, I sent it. So she's like, oh yeah, I got the payment, I will send off the cards and everything, and she did. I can't remember if she actually provided photo proof or not, but whatever. So I did actually end up getting the cards, and I wasn't expecting to get anything fake. I wasn't expecting there to be nothing. When I opened it, the cards were there, and they were the real cards. They weren't fake duplicates. All the cards were there in perfect condition. I received them fine, and she had wrote a note and saying she actually liked my videos, and I thought she was super sweet, and I had opened it on camera in a haul video, and she had her Instagram on there on her note. And then all of a sudden I kept getting comments saying, Katie, that girl that you bought those Stray Kids cards off of is a known scammer. And I was just like, what? Are you serious? I was like really shocked to find that out, because, well, I guess I wasn't too shocked, because I was like, well, I mean, I was shocked because everything went smoothly, and I just thought to myself, I had that bad feeling, and then now this news comes out about this person that they're actually a known scammer. And then I had other people commenting on their comment saying, yeah, I know she is a known scammer, and I was like, oh my god. So apparently this person, actually, I don't remember who the person is. It is still up in one of my hauls. I was gonna edit that part out of the video because I didn't want to like give her positive feedback, because in my video I was positive about her, but I left it up because I pinned the comment where the person said that she's a scammer. So if you read the comments on my video, you will know that she's a scammer, and I just want people to be aware of her. So I don't know if her Instagram is still up or anything, but apparently she sells cards to like get people to believe her that she's a real seller and that she's trustworthy, and then will later go on like scamming sessions. She will sell to people successfully and then screenshot them saying, oh, the cards arrived, as proof that they're a legit seller and trustworthy, and then all of a sudden go on like scamming sessions. So, and of course they wanted to use me, you know, a known like K-pop unboxer YouTuber. Yeah, like, you know, that girl Katie, she bought photo cards off of me, so obviously wanted to use me as one of her like proofs. So I get that. So I guess my point is, listen to your gut feeling. If you have this terrible like gut feeling about this person that you're about to buy something off of, I wouldn't go through with it. Like, I feel like me personally, my gut instinct is always usually right. So if you're like that too, like 100% listen to your gut feeling, and if you have a bad feeling about this person, listen to your gut, because you'll probably be right. So yeah, that is my advice. I'm pretty sure there's more that I'm missing, but just always be cautious. You know, you may feel like you're being annoying asking for all these things, like please send proof, please like send photo proof of the photo card with your @ on the paper beside the card and whatever, but honestly, it's not like annoying being like safe and cautious. So definitely always do it. It may be annoying to have to ask every time, hey, do you think you can send out photo proof? For me, photo proof is like pretty much all I really need. If you can send a photo or a video of you sending the card out, like the letter or whatever, or a receipt from the post office, honestly that's fine with me. I'm sure that you are legit. I have not really gotten scammed much in my life, so because I'm pretty cautious myself. I have gotten scammed a couple times. I actually remember I got scammed. It was actually crazy. The story on how I got scammed. I traded like a BTS photo card with this girl in like England, and she actually watched my videos, so I kind of like trusted her, but I regret doing that, you know. Yeah, so it was just really weird. This was back in 2017. She like pretended, well, I mean, she had the card, but she pretended she sent the card out. She like showed a picture of my address on the envelope and everything, but I don't even think it was an envelope. It was like a piece of paper that kind of like, it was a close up. It looked like it was written on the envelope, but it really wasn't. She didn't show me actual proof of it stamped. You know, that's one thing. Asking for the envelope, a picture of the envelope is one thing, but seeing it actually stamped, you'll know that they sent it out, because this girl took a picture of the envelope with my address written on it, but that means nothing if there's no stamp on it, you know what I mean? So, because she did that to me, she's like, oh, here's photo proof of your address written on it and everything, and then she was like, I sent it out, but there was no proof that she actually had sent it out. She did not take a photo of the receipt from the post office. She did not take a picture of it stamped, and she received mine, and she even said to me, she had messaged me like when she received mine saying, oh, I got it, I hope yours gets to you soon and whatever, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll let you know when it arrives. And like months, like I think over a month had passed, or no, I think 2 months had passed, and I said to her, I'm like, all right, send my card. I was like getting annoyed now. I knew she didn't send it, and I was like, okay, send my card. And then she was like, no, I'm not gonna send it. And like, oh my god, it was like freaking stupid. And then we ended up posting about her on like the Facebook group, like to warn people about scammers. Like that was really weird. Like that was really weird. I don't know, that whole like interaction with me and this person was the weirdest thing ever. She actually did end up sending back the card, which I was kind of shocked at, but really thankful that she actually did do that. I'm guessing she did that because she really did feel guilty about it, because she did watch my videos, but I really do believe that she felt bad about it. And the fact she sent the card back, which was kind of odd. I wish she had sent back the card I wanted that was hers, like not my card, because then we all just wasted postage here. She ended up sending my card back, not the card that I wanted of hers, because she actually did have it, not the card I wanted of hers, but she sent me my original card back, so we all wasted postage. It was just really stupid. Always make sure that you ask the person for photo proof that they actually had sent it out. Them saying, oh, I sent it out, you know, it means nothing, because they could have just be saying that. I've had a couple times where someone I traded with said they sent it out, and they were like in a rush, so they couldn't actually take a photo, and they felt bad, and they were like, you can wait till mine arrives. And for them to even offer that first is really nice. And I have done it a couple times where I waited for theirs first, just because I don't want to get scammed again, because it really is a crappy feeling. So yes, and so that's just my advice and tips on how to like be aware and be cautious of scammers. I hope it was helpful, and if you have any other questions, please let me know and I'll try and help you out. And for now, that is everything, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.